this episode, I'm taking you to the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, to uncover the secrets of an abandoned historic mansion. This grand estate has stood for generations, bearing witness to tales of survival, economic disasters, and unimaginable tragedies. Over the years, 4 families have come and gone, each leaving behind invaluable artifacts, giving us a window into the lives long forgotten. Hidden beneath the dust, everything remains undisturbed, preserving the stories that have rested in silence for many years, until today.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Jeremy Explores. I'm excited to welcome you into my new space here in Los Angeles, California. This whole thing's been a huge step for the channel. I came here to build a team to help bring you more content more consistently. Stories that deserve to be told of places all around the world that have been long forgotten. Which brings us to today's exploration. Join me on a tour of this historic home that's still full of heirlooms and antiques from the past owners. And together, let's unfold the incredible story of the Belle Isle Mansion. All right, we're approaching this beautiful mansion. Got Mr. Banks here. The weather's perfect today in this nice, what is it, Monday morning?
Unassuming, this mansion has quietly watched over the busy streets, from horse-drawn carriages to electric cars. I can only imagine the stories hidden within these walls.
Check out this wraparound driveway that goes all the way around the back of the property, and it loops right here in the front. And I can imagine back in the day, there was gardens that were lining both sides of this mansion. And we have a fountain. This is fancy. Now it's all overgrown. Look at this, all this rainwater just collected in the fountain. Beautiful home. Such a grand entrance. I love the mouth of this front porch. How it's arched like that. So beautiful. And look at this, how the water has completely eroded this concrete away.
Our research started with the most recent homeowner, a Chinese art dealer who began renovating the property in 2005, only to abandon the project in 2018 for reasons unknown. There's very limited records of the fate of this particular owner, but this sent us down a research rabbit hole where we uncovered the amazing stories of all the people who lived here. Today, countless Asian artifacts still litter the property, some of which we're already beginning to see.
Wow, this is so nice. You can tell this house is very detailed. I can only imagine what it's gonna look like inside. But before we do that, I wanna walk around the back and check out these condos that are built along with this house. Right over here to the side, we can already see them back there.
The condos were added to the estate in 1982. Each were priced at $300,000. That's equivalent to $1.1 million today.
So there's 3 condos total. 2 of them are abandoned, but one of them actually is still being lived in. But we're not gonna go into either of those because they're actually caved in, completely dilapidated. But I will take you around back to show you. These condos were definitely built later on, but they're of the same exact architectural style as the mansion.
days. And look at this. You see stained glass. All right, guys, I think it's now time to go around front and make our way inside this beautiful mansion. So in this video, I'm gonna do things a little differently. I've already done a walkthrough of this entire house and it's absolutely incredible. So stick around for this entire video because this place gets better and better as we go. All right, let's begin this exploration. So as you can see, we're in an upstairs bedroom of this house. And guys, there's quite a bit of furniture left behind. Incredible antiques in this place. This beautiful matching bedroom set. And this dresser here that goes with it. Beautiful. This looks very French. What do you guys think? Is this French? And this room right here that goes off from it. It's like a reading room up here. Maybe perhaps like a library or something overlooking the front yard of this house. It's on a very busy street. And look at this. You can see the fountain right there below. Beautiful. And you can tell they were doing quite a bit of renovating to this house, but it looks like they gave up, which we see so common in abandoned houses like this. Someone buys the property, they decide they're gonna fix it up, and they just abandon the project. Oh, a huge bathroom here. I love this tile. It's like gray tile with the blue accents. It's very 50s looking, kind of atomic looking vanity here. Check this out. Oh my God, and look at this. This is absolutely incredible. I've never seen anything like this in a home before in the United States. This is very Japanese. These are called shoji doors. Beautiful. I love how the light comes in from the side. And it's so random to find this in an old Victorian home like this. I can only imagine the most recent owner added this remarkable feature. A flair of his personality that speaks volumes about what was important to him. Peace, reflection, and mental well-being. This space is more than just a room. It's a personal retreat crafted from a desire for tranquility and spiritual balance. Guys, what do you call this? It's like a meditation room, like a tea ceremony room. And I imagine someone just sat in that chair, perhaps meditated or were on the floor on their knees, closed the door and had their own private space to be alone with their thoughts or without their thoughts. And here's the top of the stairs that leads downstairs, obviously. And this house, again, guys, this place is massive. We have a huge bedroom up here. I mean, the size of this room's got to be at least 40 feet long. Ginormous. That back there is a king-size bed, and it looks so small in this room. These beautiful accent chandeliers up top. I love the lighting of this house. So many windows. I love how open this building is, which is kind of indicative of the era that it was built in. A lot of these old houses didn't even have electricity when they were originally constructed. And this one definitely didn't. He used the light that was provided by the sun.
An architect, Neel Reid, had that in mind when he constructed the home in 1913, masterfully harnessing the natural light using thoughtful placement of windows to brighten the interior.
Reid was the golden boy of Atlanta's blossoming architectural scene, designing countless crown jewels across the city. Reid's estates were status symbols, coveted by Atlanta's elite, and still are to this day. The Belle Isle Mansion is a classic example of some of Reid's best work, one of his final masterpieces before he passed away of a brain tumor at just the age of 40. But who was it that could afford such an elegant estate? Winship Nunnally was born into a life of prominence in 1885. His father owned the Nunnally Candy Company, which satisfied the sweet cravings of Atlantans for generations. After earning degrees from the University of Georgia and Yale, Winship's life changed forever when he met his college sweetheart, Mary Cooper. Winship and Mary's engagement was the talk of the town, the premier social engagement of 1912. Upon the announcement, Winship's father purchased a parcel of land and called upon Neel Reid to construct the mansion as the wedding gift. The dates were set, the invitations were sent, when unexpectedly, the ceremony was canceled. Then the reception. Records from the time indicate the bride came down with an unknown illness. Subsequently, they decided to have their wedding behind closed doors, attended by only 2 witnesses. But Atlanta was left wondering what happened to the power couple until headlines confirmed their worst fears. While Winship watched helplessly at her bedside for over a year, Mary Nunnally had died with their unborn son. She was only 22 years old.
So basically, the Belle Isle Mansion was literally built as a wedding gift where the woman tragically died while carrying a child. I cannot imagine the pain Winship and the entire family went through during this time.
Over the next 2 years, details about Winship's life became scarce, but he dedicated himself to rebuilding the dream of having a family within the walls of his newly built mansion.
My best guess is he probably went quiet during a time of such insurmountable grief. But then suddenly, he reemerges with a new love in 1915.
Remember when everything was bright and new?
Atlanta's newspapers were buzzing with excitement when Winship announced his engagement to Jessie McKee in 1915. Her adventurous spirit and beauty had already made her the talk of the town. Together, they formed a shared passion for horse jumping, driving clubs, and speedboats, their lives a whirlwind combination of high society events and adventure.
So this all might seem normal by today's standards, but back then you gotta understand that this was all new for the time. Driving clubs with actual cars, racing speedboats, and then there was the planes.
Not one to sit on the sidelines, Jessie Nunnally became the first female pilot in the history of Atlanta, taking lessons alongside her husband. Winship took the helm of Nunnally Candy Company in 1920, driving it to new heights. But his love of aviation would become the lasting legacy of the Nunnally name, reaching the rank of lieutenant colonel and wing commander in the Civil Air Patrol later in life. He would be credited with establishing many of the air routes pilots use today over the skies of Georgia. Winship and Jessie had many children at the house Neel Reid had built, finally realizing the dream Nunnally's father had all those years ago. Yet time brought new owners and new stories to the mansion. And we have another massive bedroom up here. I love this arch here. And this beautiful Art Deco style chandelier. And a beautiful fireplace. Also of a kind of Art Deco design with that slight V going down. I hate that they put carpet up here. I can only imagine what this place would look like with the original hardwood floor exposed. But maybe there's a reason why they did that. Make it more, maybe the floor was too damaged and wanted to cover it up. And again, just these random amazing pieces littered all throughout this house that are just left exposed. I say this in a lot of my videos, but a lot of these pieces like this, over the years, they're exposed to moisture, humidity, sunlight, expanding and contracting from the heat. And unfortunately, I think that's what's going on with this piece. And again, guys, this is a huge bedroom. And I love the like the foyer area at the top of the stairs here. So the upstairs was pretty cool, right? Well, wait till you see what's downstairs. Julius DeGive took residence in the mansion during the opulent 1920s, becoming a celebrated socialite in Atlanta. His life was filled with lavish parties and gatherings that made the mansion a central hub for the city's elite. But tragically, his life was cut short by a gruesome automobile accident in 1930, an event that cast a long shadow over the mansion's future. The details of the accident, as reported by the Atlanta Journal, highlighted a fatal decision that Julius made in a moment of panic, leading to his untimely death beneath the wheels of his own car.
Apparently, he had jumped out of the vehicle as it was still moving in an attempt to escape the collision, inevitably being crushed in the process. The irony is that had he just stayed in the car, he would have been fine.
The mansion's beauty is marred in tragedy. Julius's untimely passing mirrored the severe loss of the Nunnally family all those years ago. Tragic bookends to the first chapter of its history. All right, so down this big stairway with these beautiful executive-looking handrails here. Pretty normal, right? You got a normal little corridor, little closet here. And now let's enter into this next portion of the house. Look at this. Isn't this amazing? I've never seen anything like this in any abandoned building I've ever explored. And this beautiful fountain that used to flow with water. And you can tell they started to rework this fountain. Someone painted the angel, but left the rest of this original. If this were my house, I would fill this with coins. And these stained glass window panes. Even the crown molding that borders the stained glass is all detailed. There's water damage up above, right up there. The wall's all warped right here. So sad. Such a shame. I imagine it would cost a fortune to renovate this place, but it would clearly be worth it to save it. This beautiful dining room table. Yeah, this person not only collected art, but clearly they collected antiques. Speaking of which, look at this piece. There's just rare pieces in this house. And look at this marble top. Beautiful. This thing is in immaculate shape. Very old pieces. What era do you think this is from? To me, it looks like a mixture of like Victorian and Art Deco. But like I've mentioned before in my videos, I'm not too much of an expert on eras when it comes to antiques. So any of you guys know, let me know in the comments below what era you think this is from. Antiques for days, guys. Again, either marble or granite. It's gorgeous. And what era do you think this paint thinner is from? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, one of my favorite features of this room is this stained glass back wall. I mean, look at this. This is absolutely incredible. Who has stained glass back wall like this in their home? Such a rare thing to find this in a house, especially these days. Definitely a lot more common in the 1800s, early 1900s. This home is really interesting to me because it's like, it looks like it's a bunch of different eras all throughout the home and different architectural styles. You can definitely tell this place used to be lived in by someone who loved art and loved color. Funky designs, mix-matched architecture, styles, and cultures.
Following Julian's death, his wife Aline continued to live in the mansion, maintaining its social status by hosting smaller, more intimate gatherings. However, the mansion would soon see a change in ownership and purpose with Alvin Belle Isle, a name that would become permanently associated with the property.
Alvin, a notable executive in the transportation industry, brought a new era of prosperity to the mansion. His prominent roles, including that of chairman of the board for Yellow Cab Company, marked him as a significant figure in Atlanta's bustling growth. In a photograph from the era, Alvin is pictured alongside President Franklin D. Roosevelt, underscoring the mansion's ties to the very fabric of the nation.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Before we go into the front, I want to walk kind of around the perimeter of all this and look at these side rooms that are branching off. And no telling what's in these boxes. It's all Chinese lettering. I imagine it's all furniture. Yep, it says Shanghai Furniture and Decoration. I cannot imagine what all's in these boxes. And they're all full. Look at this. All these pieces here. It's all stuff that was probably purchased to set up all throughout the house. And it never made it that far. We're looking at a pool table right now. This is the underside of one. Imagine perhaps maybe there was a pool table that was going to be set up in this room at one point, or that was set up in this room. Oh, and look at this piece. Oh my God. This is all hand carved. It's so beautiful. I cannot believe this is just sitting here in this house like this. I mean, it's only a matter of time before humidity gets to these pieces and ruins them. This is a beautiful wardrobe. Actually, this is a very strange style wardrobe too. Look, what are these? Are these for hats maybe to hang on? And these little hooks right here. If anyone knows what this piece is made for, let me know in the comments below. Looks like back here we have a mirror that used to hang up or something. And what is this? Hanging from this hook. I don't know, this is a strange piece, but it's so amazing. I've never seen a piece like this. Looks like we got another bathroom right here. They were definitely remodeling this house, doing a lot of renovations. It looks like they were trying to tackle it all at once. Every room seems to have something they were working on. It makes you wonder why they didn't just do section by section. It seems like it'd be more efficient that way. Another room completely full of antiques. I don't even know where to begin. Look at this one. I love this dark, looks like walnut. Beautiful. It looks like there's little shells down here too. Pull out. I love these little drawers. It's so satisfying. Like all the little shapes, like how this one's diagonal. I wonder what this piece was used for, makeup or jewelry. All these little curves. Someone just, this is all handmade. Ooh, and look at this. Oh, it's incredible. Never seen a piece like this either. I mean, this is a piece of art. But it feels like we're in a museum right now. Or like a flea market. I wonder what this tag says. This desk, $1,250, and it was reduced to $975. Like I said, guys, there's expensive pieces in here. And it's well worth it. I mean, look at the design, the hand-carved designs in it. Just to think someone made this with their hands. Such incredible pieces in this house. And this beautiful bed frame. This is gorgeous, guys. Oh, and check this out. So this right here is a wall divider. Look at this. Looks very Chinese to me. What do you guys think? This thing looks very, very old. Again, such rare pieces in this house. I really hope that someone saves this stuff. This might be the most furniture I've ever seen in a mansion here in the United States. We got Mr. Banks over here. What do you think?
So much natural light, too.
Lots of natural light. That's what I was mentioning earlier. This house is so lit up. This beautiful dining room with this massive table. And this is a huge table. I mean, it sits 10 people. I love how this chandelier hangs down low right above the table. And guys, look at this cabinet back here that used to hold all the china. Look at the detail in the woodwork. So beautiful. You can tell this thing was specifically made for kitchenware. Even the detail up here, very kitchen-esque. It's beautiful. Oh, and check this out. The original skeleton key. Still in it. And this matching cabinet over here that goes with it. I bet that skeleton key opens this right here. And what's behind door number 1? Oh, an exciting closet. I bet we have another riveting closet over here. Sure do. I love this though. I love the very symmetrical closets. Beautiful. And check out this door, how it swings both ways. So cool. And here is the kitchen. And again, looks like they were remodeling this kitchen too. Look at this tray ceiling up top. It was being reworked. Like I was saying, it just looked like they were trying to tackle this entire house all at once, rather than taking it section by section. This is an interesting choice in cabinetware. This stuff is all brand new. You can tell right here where someone broke in at one point. Someone came and boarded the window and didn't take the time to clean the glass even. This big island right here with the granite top. Such nice pieces in this house. And I don't know what this room over here would have been used for, but they definitely used it for storage of more furniture. But this is a very interesting room to me. I would think the kitchen would be right here, but perhaps this was like a pantry area or something. Or this right here was the original kitchen. And look, we have 2 windows right here along this wall, 2 windows back there, and 2 covered up windows right here. In my opinion, it would make the most sense that the kitchen's right here. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Let's take a look at some of this furniture. Look at this piece. Oh. And these details. This woodwork right here looks
Sort of Chinese to me. Looks like a dragon. And these beautiful doors, all hand carved, of course. And this beautiful stained glass. I wonder if this is the original stained glass that was in this piece, or if that was added later. Either way, it's gorgeous. Be very careful with these pieces. A lot of them are very fragile. And you can tell someone sanded all this back here to rework it, to refinish it, but they never finished it. More pieces. Antiques upon antiques, guys. And what's sad is this really beautiful piece is collecting quite a bit of mildew damage. All those mildew spots. A beautiful dresser here. What kind of wood do you think this is called? Is this bird's eye, perhaps? Or something else? I love these little speckles in it. So many tables, so many dining room tables. This is a beautiful table too.
As I'm walking through each room, seeing the various furniture all throughout the mansion, I can't help but wonder who owned which piece. Was it the Atlanta socialite Julius? Was it the business mogul Alvin?
Or was it Holocaust survivor Alex Fixman?
Born in 1928, Lodz, Poland, Alex had a peaceful childhood, nurtured by his devoted parents and surrounded by his siblings. Yet this serene landscape was abruptly torn apart when the shadows of World War II spread across Europe, plunging his world into chaos and devastation.
Poland, September 1939. The German foe begins its ruthless march of conquest. Poland's 34 million inhabitants, crushed, scattered, and enslaved.
As the Nazi regime expanded its reach across Europe, Alex and his family faced unimaginable horrors. In the early 1940s, Alex was forcibly deported to several concentration camps, including Dachau, Flossenburg, and the notorious Auschwitz. These years were marked by brutal hardship and loss. Alex witnessed the inhumane treatment and deaths of countless innocents. Among the victims were his brother and both his parents. As the war neared its end, Alex's life took an unforeseen turn. Just when his fate seemed sealed, he was liberated by the French armed forces from a camp in Germany, and thus marked the beginning of a new chapter for Alex. In May of 1950, Alex immigrated to the United States, weighing only 125 pounds at the age of 26. Settling in Atlanta, he listed his occupation as a hairdresser on his immigration documents, a profession that would anchor his new life in America. As he rebuilt his life from the ashes of the past, Alex began to invest in real estate, and by the early 1970s, he acquired the Belle Isle Mansion. After living in the mansion for 8 years, slowly nursing it back to good health, he undertook the ambitious project of extending the mansion, building the condos, and ensuring the additions mirrored the original structure's elegance. His efforts not only restored the physical splendor, but also infused the estate with a renewed spirit of survival and resurgence, much like his own life journey. As time passed, however, both Alex and the mansion faced the inevitable toll of age. His health declined, and after a lifetime of unimaginable resilience, Alex passed away in 2000, surrounded by the family and friends he cherished within the walls of the remarkable home he had lovingly preserved. Alex's wife, Diana, inherited the Belle Isle estate, but it wasn't long until she ran into major financial hardship. Her struggles took her all the way to Georgia Supreme Court, fighting to keep the family home. After the settlement in 2005, the property changed hands yet again, passing to the art dealer who became its most recent owner. And soon after, the mansion began to take on, yet again, the damage caused by nature and neglect. But you see, the story of Alex and Belle Isle Mansion is deeply intertwined, both marked by periods of greatness and of sorrow, survival and transformation. They share a history that reminds us that the lives of homes and their owners are often mirror images, reflecting resilience, restoration, and the inevitable toll time takes on all things. Who can predict what future lies ahead for this once magnificent estate? And although faded, the elegance of this historic place still shines through the layers of dust that settled upon its beauty.
All right, guys, we got one more section of the house, and in my opinion, it's the best section of the house. The entrance. All right, here we go. Already we're greeted with these pocket doors. Oh, of course they're jammed. They're always jammed. And look at these beautiful coffered ceilings up top. This mid-century furniture, these double fireplace. Amazing lighting. Like, what else do you want for an entrance of a house? Like, I don't even know where to begin. Like, this room to me is the most overwhelming room of the house. It's so open, but there's all these small details everywhere. This crown molding, the windows, the floor, the fireplace, the gold mirror. It's all so grand. This blue tile on this fireplace. It's incredible. I like these little guys right here, these little details. And this tile down below. So beautiful. We have an office area here, right here in the front of the house. And I like how these windows, the top windows here, accent the front door windows. And look how this wood is raw. It looks like they stripped it down to refinish it and just never got around to it. Nice red executive chair to go with your nice executive desk. And you can tell this desk has been sitting in the sunlight for a long time. It's all faded. The wood needs to be refinished. It's all dried out. And I just noticed these pocket doors here. Oh, and these work. Finally, a set of pocket doors that actually work. Oof, so satisfying. Such smooth action. You know what's interesting is these knobs turn as if they do anything. And this room is interesting. It's got like a mixture of mid-century, like Victorian, Art Deco, It's got all kinds of stuff going on in it. Got these really cool mid-century sofas over here. Look at this. And this table to me also looks Japanese. Kind of reminds me of the Shojin doors that we saw upstairs. And I'm about to show you guys my favorite piece of the house here in just a second. But before we do that, got another matching fireplace. Oh, and look at all this crown molding up top. There's just so much to look at in this room. So much attention to detail. I'm like a kid in a candy shop right now. And I love how they placed the ladder right here. Rather than putting like a piece of artwork here, they put a ladder here. Maybe to symbolize their love for starting a project and never finishing it. And a matching office on this side too. But they put carpet in this room. More big executive chairs, a huge executive desk. I mean, how much office space do you need? And I love the view out on the front porch, this grand front porch. Love it. All right, I told you guys I was about to show you my favorite piece of the house. So here it is. I bet some of you have wondered why I keep walking past this one and not showing it to you. But we have arrived. Look at this beautiful piece. These right here are like metal spokes. I'm gonna try to be very careful opening this piece. I mean, it's extremely old. And what I think this is, and let me turn on my light here to show you, is it's an old, look how these doors open. It's amazing. It's an old bar. I believe that you put all your cocktail mixers, different cups in here, and you serve your guests out of this thing. Isn't this absolutely incredible? It's so cool. And I love how these doors open like suicide doors, almost. They work dependently of each other. So neat. It definitely needs to be reworked a little bit. But this thing would make for such a great restoration piece. And look at these details in the wood here. These golden details. This is absolutely beautiful. I've never seen one of these before. My absolute favorite piece of this entire house. I can only imagine what this room used to look like with both the fires going at night. And the soft glow of the fire lighting up the room. It had to have been beautiful in here. There's nothing about this room that I would ever change. All right, guys, it looks like we've explored this entire mansion. And I want to thank you so much for coming along with me on this adventure. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel for more explorations like this. And as always, stay off the beaten path.